art gone. Where is it? Oh man! Oh damn, so fat! I think it just broke the sound barrier. Flash! Oh! Flash! Flash! How you running as fast as me? I'm fast, Flash! Have you seen any good cover art in 2017 this year? Yeah! Where? I think Hope had it. Oh! Butterfly! Hulk! Have you seen? Flash said that you've seen some good cover art in 2017. Do you know of one?
Good cover art, I know good cover art. FIFA 2017. Beautiful cover art, beautiful player, huh?
Oh, no. Any other one?
No, just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. No, obviously, best cover art has to be Madden. Madden? Oh my God. Let me tell you about Madden. I had a chance to play in the NFL once. It was great, but I killed somebody.
I guess I'll do this on my own. It is the year 2017, and where has cover art gone? I would like to look at some of my favorite personal cover art from video games in the year 2017. Let's look at it. So I love looking at cover art on video games. Yes, video games are super important, but also the cover art that comes with the video games to me is something that's so fun to look at and so fun to dive into. So I want to look at some of my favorites, and let's start with one that I really like and one that's really unique in my opinion is Snipper Clips plus Cut It Out together on the Nintendo Switch. The reason this one first stood out to me and that I really found myself getting drawn into this cover art is because of the background grid. And I know it seems simple and I know it seems kind of silly, like it's just paper, but that background grid kind of reminds me of the Sega Master System grid that's on the cover art of all of their games. And I really appreciated that. It kind of brought me back to a certain place. I'm sure they didn't do it on purpose, but I think it looks really nice in the background. It looks really cool to me. And you'll notice something right away with the games I'm about to mention. I normally like big, bright, and cute. I know whatever your opinion is on that, I love it. I love that style. It really speaks to me. I love how it kind of looks like a desk for a school kid. It has some of the papers, it has some of the paint brushes, it has some pencils on there. Even the hands, I like how they have like the paper cut outline on them. I don't know, it even kind of reminds me of Paper Mario in a way, which I'm a huge fan of that. So I don't know, this is just super inviting to me and makes me feel like anybody can play this game, and it kind of makes me feel like anybody can have a good time. I don't know, maybe it's with the two characters looking overly cute and overly friendly. It just invites me in. The next one is Wonder Boy the Dragon's Trap. This game was originally released on the Sega Master System, but now it's available on the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and the Nintendo Switch, and it's a completely new looking game. There's some changes in the game, and the game is super beautiful from start to finish. I love that you can also change from the new graphics that they have made to old retro looking graphics, which is a really cool mechanic, which I really personally love. But speaking of the cover art, I love the beauty of this. The illustrations, I know you guys are gonna see a theme real soon. I like big and bright. That's what I like on my covers. I am not a fan of a lot of the newer games where it's like one hero on the front that's big and that's the whole focus of it. No, I love bright, colorful, unique. It speaks to me more, and everyone's different, and that's okay. Whatever you like is what you like. But this, it looks like a perfect illustration. I love how the clouds up top has the monster kind of eyes peeking in, and it obviously has that cartoon vibe to it, but I feel like with that, some of the characters with the harsh edges by their eyes also makes it feel a little more tough. Not like super cartoony and super kiddish like Snipper Clips cover did, but this seems a little more tough, a little more interesting, to where if I feel like you were a gamer who have never heard of this and you weren't sure what type of game it is, I feel like you'd be kind of invited to play it, whether you like younger kid games or you like older, little more serious games. This game kind of puts it right in the middle and makes you feel like, okay, this looks kid friendly, a good art style, but it also looks like a game I can beat some butt in. So with that said, I just think it's a beautiful cover art. All in all, let me know what you guys think. The next one is Resident Evil 7 or Resident Evil Biohazard. You're going to notice this is probably the only game in this list where it kind of has a darker tone that I really enjoyed the cover of. And now you might say, why? This seems so simple. You just said you don't like dark, boring covers. Well, I normally don't like covers where it's dark and dreary colors and it's like one big hero on the front, like that guy's the man, he's gonna save the universe. I like that it's the dark tones on the dark cover, but it's more focused on the atmosphere with the house just being spooky. It kind of makes your mind wander with the sun or the moon kind of horizoning above it. And I do like how there's one single character on the front, but like I said, it's not some big, bulky, strong hero or heroine that's gonna save the world. It's a little innocent child that you feel like you need to worry about right off the bat. Automatically, my brain thinks, what's up with this child, especially as a father? I need to save this child. Why is this child by this big scary house? I like that. Instead of making it feel like a big, crazy, tough brute on the front, I feel like a sense of like innocence and worry and concern. And it already makes you a little uneasy, which is what Resident Evil should be doing in the game. So with that said, I think this cover art right here is deserving of being on this list. Alright, so the next game is Rime, which I do know had a big anticipation leading up to the game. But when the game came out, I saw a lot of mixed reviews and a lot of mixed sayings on how this game actually was. I myself haven't played it, so I won't judge, but I heard a lot about the Switch port being really laggy and having a lot of problems. But that's not what I'm looking at today. I'm looking at the cover, and the first thing that I think of when I see this cover, which is something I love, is I kind of feel like a sense of the Wizard of Oz. I know the Wizard of Oz is more green tones, but something about this makes me feel like a journey heading to a long, narrow path into the Great Oz, which I'm sure isn't the actual story of the game, but it just gives me that vibe. And anytime I see something artistic or an illustration where it takes me somewhere in my head, whether that was the interpretation or not, I run with it. And with this, I feel like it gives me a sense of tone of a great big journey to get to one specific place that will maybe be for the better of your life. I don't know, it set me on a journey in my head, so I think Rime did a really good job with this cover right here. The next one I know is super simple, and that's Cuphead, Don't Deal with the Devil, which did have a physical release on the Xbox One, which was technically a download code, but the box still was physical release, so this counts as a cover art. I know it's basic. I know it seems simple. The reason this cover art, to me, is really good, and the reason I really like it is because I am a huge fan of this style of characters within drawings or within tattoos. So much so that I actually recently just made an appointment, it's kind of a far appointment, about a month away for Christmas, to get a Cuphead tattoo. Not only do I love the art style of this game, but I actually love the game. I wouldn't get a tattoo of a game simply because I love the art style alone. I gotta really enjoy the game as well, which is why I have River City Ransom right here. But I love this. Obviously, we all know the art styling is harkening back to the early 1900s with Mickey Mouse cartoons, but I just think it's so cool. I think there's a cool sense of camaraderie on the front of the game, which, in my opinion, a lot of games make you feel like, yeah, there's a lot of characters, but you don't really know, like, is this a co-op game where I can join in with somebody and kind of had a buddy-buddy system going? This game right off the bat lets you know, okay, Cuphead and this other guy, which his name is Mugman, are going to be working together in this game. I love the art style. I love the drawing. So with that said, Cuphead, you are my number 2 on this list. Now, let me be honest before I get to number 1, you guys. I had a lot of honorable mentions, but to be honest, when I was making this list, I could have pretty much picked all Switch games, and I'm talking like things like Mario Odyssey, ARMS, Splatoon 2. I don't know if I'm biased. I don't know what. I love all consoles. I have PS4, Xbox One, Switch, but I love the art styling on 90% of Switch games. But with that said, my number 1 is a game that I think has the best cover art by far, by a long shot, and that is Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle. I actually brought it with me from home just to show you guys. Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle is such a visual pleasing thing to my eye. I know I love Big, I know I love Bright, I know I love Mario, but this just screams fun, entertaining, lighthearted, all the things I love in a game. And it's interesting because this is a strategy game, somewhat of an RPG game, but it doesn't scream strategy RPG. It screams this is inviting for everybody, not only because it's Mario, but because of the colors, the blues and the reds and the greens, which by the way, I think is the perfect combo for anything that's inviting to the eyes. But I love that Mario, I think it's such a bold move to put Mario on the front holding one of his guns, because not a lot of people were used to Mario holding guns. So anybody that didn't know about this game is going to be like, whoa, what is this? Why is Mario holding a gun? Besides that, we have the big Donkey Kong rabbit, we have the Mario rabbit, we have the Peach rabbit taking a selfie, we got your little Roomba rabbit, we got Luigi on there, we got a Luigi rabbit, and we have Peach. It's like the ultimate combo of inviting. Obviously, putting the over 50 E3 awards. I know every version doesn't have that on there. This one does, but hey, that also lets you know the game is good. This one to me, I don't know if I have a specific reason other than when I was looking through basically a giant list of every game released in 2017, this one stuck out to me like this is the obvious choice. This is the game that I looked at. I'm like, that's it. I don't even know what the explanation is, but I just love, love, love the way it looks. All right, and that's it from this list. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I want to know what games you guys think. Thank you for all the recent comments, by the way. You guys have been commenting a lot on the videos. We really appreciate that. But also let me know what kind of list you guys want to see in the future. I basically do some sort of list every 3 days. So let me know. And if you guys ever want to jump in a video too and give yours, let us know. Comment. We'll figure something out. So that's it, you guys. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. And I'll see you guys next time.
I killed somebody, it wasn't good.